What's good? What's good? What's good, YouTube? Back at you guys with another one. What's up, guys? Salute to you. Happy Saturday to everyone. Happy Friday to y'all. We are back at it. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's get into it, man. We're gonna drop right into it. I got some things. I'm on the clock right now, so let's get into it, man. I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you for joining me. If you don't know me, I'm KT, and welcome to my channel. Let's get into it, man. So today, so let me pull up this real quick. If you guys know who I am and how I do things, let me see if I can move myself a little bit. We're gonna talk about why, and I don't know why this looks weird, but we're gonna talk about why, right here, dating in Vietnam after 30. All right, so hang with me. This is a huge topic. So I've been getting a lot of guys recently, again, who are complaining about just not being able to find the right woman, or even just the basics of just meeting someone. All right. So if that's you, right, and you don't know who I am, I'm almost married. I'll be married within the next couple of weeks, and I've been in Vietnam 6 years, and now like I said, I get a lot of foreigners who message me and they're just like, KT, I need help. Like, how do I meet a woman here, right? Gentlemen, it's not that hard, man. So tonight, well, for you, some of you, and today for most of us, we're gonna go over all of that. All right. So these are the topics that we're gonna do. Let me just get to you. Why dating here feels different when you're older. Okay, there's a huge difference between the younger guys and after 30, right? I'm not saying that 30 is old, okay? It's not old, all right? But I'm just saying there's a difference here in Vietnam, okay? So if you're 28, 29, you need to pay attention as well, because this pertains to us after 30, but you're right around the corner, all right? So we're going to talk about that. Also, we're going to talk about what most guys bring with them from their home countries, and they really don't even realize it. All right. Some men who struggle more than others, and I'll tell you what actually works here in Vietnam. All right. It's kind of old school here. So for us who are over 30, we remember when you could go up to a lady and you could just talk to her. You know what I mean? I mean, tell me if I'm right or wrong. Like, not even less than 20 years ago, man, you used to be able to just go up to a girl, get her number, and then you guys, go your separate ways, or you would be able to meet her right there, and then if she didn't have anything to do, y'all would just go and hang out. You're just like, hey, I mean, it was so easy back in the day to just be like, hey, my name is Kevin. Like, what's your name? And then if she likes you, you could just be like, what are you doing right now? Like, that question right there. If you guys know know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section. If you know what are you doing right now, that is gold. Okay, back in the day, that's how that worked for me probably 99% of the time. No cap, no cap. All right, but now it's more difficult. Okay, and especially if you're trying to date, it depends on the dating range that you're going for here, that these rules apply. Okay, so these rules apply are going to go to all age ranges here. All right, let's dive into it, man. And first, I want to start off with a poll. I'm just trying new things here, so just bear with me. Let's go like this. So make sure you guys, I just dropped that poll. I don't know how this works because this is the first time I'm using it, so it looks like it's crowding me and crowding my face, which I don't like. But let's go like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So the poll is, and make sure you vote. Okay, I'll have it up probably half of our live, and then I have another one. All right. So it says, what is the biggest challenge with dating in Vietnam after 30 for you? Okay, you can just type 1, 2, 3, or 4. Number 1 says finding general interest. Number 2 says language and communication. 3, cultural differences. 4, trust and intentions. All right, so make sure you guys check that out. Make sure you guys vote. All right, there is a poll, so make sure you guys, very curious to see what you guys say. So it's there. I don't know where they put it. So let's jump into it, man. So, and again, thank you guys for joining me. Let's jump into this. All right, so segment number one is like, why does it feel differently after 30? Well, I'll be honest. I've had better success in dating after 30 than I did pre 30. All right, like I don't know what it is, but to me it feels like a lot of the younger girls from 20, let's just round numbers, okay? So from in here, I'm speaking about Vietnam, okay? Here in Vietnam, girls between the ages of 20 and up, all right, want older men, and I'm talking about 30 and up, okay? They're looking that the sweet spot is between 30 and 50. Okay, that's the sweet spot. So if you're in between that sweet spot, you can your dating awareness should absolutely be on radar. Okay, because you are a good golden ticket. Okay, as long as you have your shit together. All right, but why does it feel different? Well, it feels different here because most guys show up thinking that Vietnam, or that, excuse me, most guys come here thinking that age is the problem. And I'll be honest, guys, 6 years ago, that was the issue. Okay. They weren't, the age gap, dating wasn't a big deal, wasn't a big thing here. Okay. Yes, it existed. But as far as like the masses, or at least it leaking into the dating pool, that wasn't really a thing, man. So this is really recently, within the last 3 years, 4 years, that this has really been going on. So 6 years ago, this wasn't a thing. Age was a problem 6 years ago. Now it's becoming almost, it's not the norm, I wouldn't say, but it's not frowned upon like it used to be. All right? I hope you understand what I'm saying. All right. So the problem is what you bring with you at the age of 30 and above. All right. So that's the problem. Okay. That's what feels differently. So let me give you some examples. All right. So your age, excuse me, your age changes how you read people. All right. So for example, uh, when we were younger, you were impressed. We were, I'll say we, because all of us were, we were impressed by like surface things. She looked good. She had a nice, you know what, she was young enough, and that was it. Okay? And we didn't care about her brains. We didn't care about any of that stuff. All right? You picked up, but again, now after 30, you pick up those patterns a lot faster. You know what I mean? So you can definitely take advantage of that, right? You take advantage of being going through all the bullshit. You know what I mean? Forgive my language, but you know what I mean? And so now, like, you read people and you're just like, yeah, I'm good. And that's what I'm seeing a lot of my guys that are hitting me up and are like, hey man, once it gets down to it, the guys are like, I can't find anyone that I want to put up with. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you, all right? All right, then number two. So number one is age change. Age changes how you read people. Number two, novelty stops being enough. All right. So At 22, when we were younger, at 22, it was exciting. Everything was exciting, right? So now at 35, you're like, eh, it's just new, right? You need something that actually holds up and after the rush fades off. You know what I mean? So after that, Vietnam is like the honey when the honeymoon, ends, you, you're like, all right. This is the same thing about females and dating here. All right. After 30, it goes into it goes into um, you don't want to put up with the BS. Okay. And I'll be honest. At the end of this, I'm gonna tell you exactly what Vietnamese women are looking for, more as in reference to older men. Okay. Not the money. Okay. It's not the money. You'd be surprised. All right. So the novelty of being here and being with a new girl all the time, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. Those of you who watch my content, you guys tell me what you do behind closed doors and off YouTube, and it's what all of us guys did when we were single. Okay. Now you're looking for more of peace, right? And that goes into our third one. Now you want peace. You don't want the performance. Okay. Drama that felt like passion at 25 just feels exhausting now. You know what I mean? Like you definitely know the difference. So at 42 now, I'm more calm, but I'm also more aware of what I want, and how I want it basically. But I'm flexible, you know. And if you have that kind of mindset here, you're gonna clean up here. You're gonna clean up. But if you come here with that rigid mindset of like, hey, I like it like this because I have the money and because it's what I want, then you're gonna not be as successful as a man who doesn't look as good as you, but they're going to be cleaning up left and right because they're willing to be flexible. I know. A lot of us older guys are like, hey man, I was married once. I'm not married to this girl, but if you truly uh, want to stay long term here, and you do see a long term benefit with being in a relationship with a Vietnamese girl, then I would highly advise you to understand that they will move slow. Okay, they will move slow. So again, that's the sweet spot for us older guys over 30. I'll just say over 30. All right, we want peace, man. 20s is where you can go and mess around and have fun. You can mess around in the over 30. I'm not saying don't have fun, but what I'm saying is that running around, you think it gets tiring dealing with a bunch of girls. So when you're ready, there's a ton of Vietnamese women here for you over 30. All right. Number four, confusion hits harder when you're older. Okay. So you know how it is. When I was 25, I can't, shit. When I was 22, I used to play basketball. I used to play ball for all day long, literally 8 hours, all day long. Barely get off the court. The next day, get up at like 5 in the morning, not hurting at all. Like no little nicks, no back nothing, no ankle, no nothing, right? And so uh, fast forward 25, started feeling the back, you know what I mean? Then the ankles and started feeling that. And then 30 something. It's like we're used to the chronic pain now. So now we're waking up and now we're stretching out and we're doing all this stuff and we're trying to get flexible, right? And so you know that you don't recover as fast. What I'm trying to say is you don't recover as fast. So we don't recover as fast. So in our brain, imagine you're jumping from girl to girl to girl to girl to girl trying to find your wife, right? And so here that's possible, but again, you're dealing with a bunch of different personalities, a bunch of different girls, situations. All right, and so that can be very confusing for a guy who's over 30 who's never been to Vietnam. Vietnam's different, guys. All right, it's very different than any other Southeast Asian country. All right, yes, they're more conservative here, but you still got to keep your blinders away from you and keep your eyes open. All right, I'm telling you, if you don't know what you want, the fog will feel heavier at 35 than it did at 25. I'm just saying, man. You guys know the stakes are higher. That's all I'm saying. All right, finally, your expectations are sharper, but they are not, but they are realistic. All right, so your expectations are sharper and they're realistic. Okay, so again, remember, this is why it feels different at 30, after 30, dating here. Okay, you, I think it's a great advantage after 30 dating here. I think we have a better advantage than pre 30 because one, we have the money, two, we have the experience. Well, excuse me, not in any order, but one, we have the experience, two, we have the money, three, we have the charisma, we have the general makeup of knowing how to talk to a woman. Okay, use that as your advantage. Don't be afraid just because you don't know the language, right? And so I really would say this. So my question is, it's not really about Vietnam. It's about, how do I want to put this? It's about what you walked in with when or before you left your home country. All right, that's my question. All right, so let's talk about this, man. Um, let's get into our second segment is, what men bring with them. All right, you guys know it's difficult, man. It's difficult when you go from your home country. You're trying to make it. You're trying to find a little thing. You're trying to find a little thing here, man, and you just don't know where to go, man. What you can do, honestly, before you get here, is you can do the mental check before you get here, man. Is what I'm trying to say is don't come here with baggage, bro. Like, it's not fair for the women because believe me, they're going to come with some baggage too. I already told you guys in previous lives that if you have you meet a woman that's 40 and above, she's going to have mad baggage, all right? If you meet someone 30 between 30 and 40, they're going to generally have some sort of baggage, okay? Whether it's a divorce, whether it's some kids, all right? Um, so anywhere, I mean, I'll be honest, anywhere the sweet spot is anywhere between 21 and let's just say 20 for round numbers, anywhere from 20 to 30, okay? That's the sweet spot, all right? And so that generation is really open to the age gap. Okay. Um, from 30 to see they're the generations that's going to carry Vietnam. All right. And so the generation from 30 to 40, they're pretty established in their ways. All right. So think about it like the women you date back home in that kind of a mindset, in that frame. It's the same here. Okay. They just grew up differently. All right. So things that we bring with us is that what I'm hearing is that the old habits do not disappear because the country changes. All right. We know I'm not going to go too deep in that, but you know what I'm talking about. The womanizing, the drinking, the doing the big D word. Um, um, I should say pause, but you know what I mean. Doing hard stuff. I can't even find what I want to say about that, but you know what I mean. All right. And so if you guys can cut that out, like example, I stopped drinking. Um, this is my second year, so last year. All right, like I'm on a year and a half almost, and so uh, it makes a huge difference. Okay, if you're good about making sure that you got your shit in order, then you're gonna be fine here, guys. I mean, I'm not saying you have to be a square. I'm saying you do what you do, but do it within moderation. Is all I'm saying. All right. Two, past wound egos and lifestyle inconsistency all show up fast. Here in Vietnam, I'm telling you guys, it will amplify it'll amplify everything that you have going on. All right. I don't know what's going on with you. All right. The things that I just said and I just mentioned as our habits, our old habits, yeah, those things you can get here. They'll give it to you no matter what. Here you go, sir. No problem. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. And that is what's gonna be the death of you. Okay, for real. So just make sure that when you come here with a plan. All right. Have fun if you want. If you're a drinker, have fun, man. But do it within reason. All right. Three, if your life is messy, your dating life gets messy. Yes. So many guys. And I'm hollering at the young guys here, under 30. You guys, dating life is messy here. You guys need to cut that out, bro. Stability wins. Okay. Hopping from one girl to one girl to one girl to one girl is fun, but us over 30 already we've been there, done that, and we understand that that only brings headaches. Okay, same rules apply here. Okay, four, Vietnam reveals the Vietnam reveals that faster than some men expect. Yeah, so you start to get in. So let me give you an example of this. So you start to get into the partying scene. You start to, because of course you're gonna go and date and you're gonna go out at night, and that's where you're gonna meet random regular women here. And what's gonna happen, bro, is that you're gonna next thing you know, it's 2 weeks later, and you've gone out every night. You've been out with multiple women. You've hooked up with multiple women. You're burning cash, and you're just quickly in a spiral. Okay, Vietnam will give you exactly what you're looking for. All right, don't let anybody tell you you can't find such and such. Okay, you can find it here in Vietnam. I promise that. All right. You just need to know who to know and where to look. Okay. So that's that. I mean, that's what I can say with that one is just make sure that you guys come here with a level head. Come here with a plan. It's not that hard, man. I mean, it really is not that hard. All right. Don't come here reckless, especially in your dating life because you're gonna get burned. All right. So yeah, just make sure that you're responsible. That's all I'm saying. All right. So why do some men here after struggle after 30? This to me is it constantly happens every day. I get this every day, bro. You have no idea. Every day I talk to men like that are either under 30 or over 30 every day. Multiple men, okay, expat men. And a lot of these guys say they struggle. A lot of them, and a lot of them, a few of them are, a couple are brothers, American brothers, and a couple of whites, just all over the board, to be honest. And I, I don't understand why, because you have to be someone that if you struggle here in Vietnam, and I hate to say this, but if you struggle here in Vietnam, then you need to look in the mirror and reevaluate exactly what is going on with you. Because I'll be honest, Vietnamese women are very visually first. And if you're a nice guy, cool, but they want you to have some sort of a personality. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't, then that's you're just gonna go nowhere. Okay. So why do some guys struggle? Man, I'll be honest, man. Number one, they're less flexible. You know, man. You know how it is. All right. You bring more baggage. All right. So that can make your dating life feel a lot heavier. All right. You're older, so you know what's best, and she's younger usually, so you know what's best. You're paying for everything, so you're gonna do what you want to do because hey man, I pay for everything, right? Well, again, that goes with the flexibility, man, of putting your ego aside. And if you see the long term with whatever woman you're with, then go for it, man. I'm not saying to just give her everything, but what I'm saying is within reason, you know? You don't have to be so rigid in the relationship because that's where you're going to struggle is that if you can't be flexible, Vietnam is not perfect. Vietnamese women are not perfect. All right? They're beautiful, but they're not perfect at all, right? We're all not perfect, right? So don't expect a perfect Vietnamese woman, right? Work with her. You know how it is, man. If you've been married before or if you've been in a long-term relationship, then you know what it takes to be successful. So this is your second chance to do it again, right? And this time you get someone who's a conservative, not like the US conservative, but like a conservative here who actually will be your partner, right? It's just I'm just being honest, man. It's some of the best, most beautiful like connection when a foreigner can really be in intimate relationship with a Vietnamese woman. Like it's beautiful, man. And vice versa. Like if a Vietnamese guy could be in a beautiful relationship with a foreign girl, that's beautiful, man, because e- a lot of guys are picky because they want the girl to look like a certain way. But if she has your back, why wouldn't you give her a chance? Maybe it will work out, right? This is the this is what I hear from Vietnamese women all the time as well, since I do work with Vietnamese women every day, hundreds of them. No cap, hundreds. All right. And so I talk to them, man. So I do have kind of an unfair advantage. I'm around them. I mean, obviously, I get to talk to them. Okay. And so you don't generally, you have to go searching for it. And I understand that it's difficult, but I'm really giving you guys basic, just basic and true and tested knowledge of like just go outside in Vietnam and go to a coffee shop. All right. I'm not saying the first coffee shop that you go to will have baddies, but what I'm saying is that uh, that's where you should start. That's where you should start your search. That's it, man. To be honest, fuck the dating apps. If you want to hook up, go to the dating apps, all right? But if you want a real girl, out and about, man. Just here, it's old school. That's why I say we have an advantage. We have an advantage because it's old school here. You can say, hey, how are you? Right? Depending on how she is. They're interested in foreigners, bruh. You have no idea. Boots on the ground, you have no idea how exciting that is because it's like they see like finally what I could see, you know, I mean it's different for me, but what I could see 6 years ago, it's finally happening here, which is cool. All right. So if you're a foreign guy and you're a good guy, you have your head on straight, you absolutely are going to clean up here. All right, no doubt. Be more flexible. Okay, that's a key. A little nugget for you. All right. Number two, unrealistic expectations create frustration quickly. Yes, talk to your girl. Once you find the one, communication, communication, communication. Obviously, guys, don't pick a Vietnamese girl who doesn't speak English. How stupid can you be, right? And then you complain that that you guys couldn't communicate. Doesn't matter if she gives you the nookie and she can't speak English. Run, okay? It's important that you find someone who has decent basic level understanding of English, because you're gonna everyday things are gonna become a burden, not only for her, because she is gonna get frustrated with you, and then it's probably gonna be more her that she can be like, screw this guy, but he's a foreigner, and she'll probably hang out with you more. But it's probably gonna be you like, this is boring. I'm tired of it. So just make sure, man. Make sure you get someone who actually speaks English. And I'm not saying 100% English, but enough to where you guys can actually have a conversation with each other. It's important, man. You'll understand it a month into your relationship why I say that. Okay, the not speaking English, um, is good for like a week or two max. All right, just keeping a bone. Number three, some men want results without structure or clarity. Yeah, man, absolutely. So, um, I'll be honest. When you once you and your girl find out that you guys are serious, then and only then will you decide about structure. Okay. Um, while you're just dating her, and you guys are trying to figure out what's going on, and whatever, just have the conversation. All right, have the conversation with her about, like, if this does work out, like, what do you think? Um, that is going to save you so much headache down the future, like, straight up. All right. So if I have to give you a little bit of advice, wait for things to get serious till you structure it, and then, but in the interim, right, while you're dating, the dating to you get to right before the serious part, make sure you're asking the appropriate questions. All right. Um, your job is to, one, lead her, right? No matter what age she is, lead her. You are the leader. That's what it is here. Okay. If you can't lead, don't get in the game. Just have fun. Okay. If and I'm talking about marriage and stuff, they take it very seriously here. Very seriously. Okay. So if you're not serious, have fun and then come back. Okay. Um, Four, emotional control matters more with age, not less. All right. If you're a hothead, every man is a hothead. We all are hotheads. We can. Most men are hotheads. All right. We have testosterone. We have ego. We have all that stuff. Right. And so, here, as a foreign man, you want to keep that ego. There's a balance. There's like a fine balance here that's unspoken. That you're gonna get tested as a foreign man. You're gonna get tested by Vietnamese men. You're gonna get tested by Vietnamese women. You're gonna get tested, and they're gonna, this is an expat stuff. This is expat shit. Okay, they want to know what you're about. Okay, and yeah, if you're, don't get, it's hard not to say don't get frustrated, because I get frustrated as well. You just have to live here long enough to understand how they get down. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it right, but it is how they get down. Okay. And if you communicate your boundaries, they'll respect it. Okay. All right. So, but emotional control, you absolutely need to have emotional control here. Don't fly off the handle with your girl. That's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. Okay. Um, you will see a lot of couples, older couples, and younger couples on the streets getting in fights and shit. That's not your business. So keep it moving. All right. And so just be cool, man. If you're a level-headed person, most of the girls who are looking for Vietnamese women who are looking for a foreigner are gonna be attracted to you because a lot of the Vietnamese guys um, don't have the best attitudes, if that makes sense. Okay, so if your attitude is better, you're gonna win, bro. I know it sounds like it's so easy and stuff, but oh, you've spent so much time here. Yeah, that's why I have a YouTube channel. That's why I can talk to you guys about this. I put in the work. I am showing my example by being married, by almost being married. Damn near I've been married. All right. All right. I'm just putting that shit on paper. But I mean, I am a living example of it, man. So I am going through the process right now, literally right now. All right. So, um, and it's taken me almost 4 years, 3.5 years to get here. A lot of stuff. All right. But good stuff, man. Really good stuff. Genuinely. I'm not capping on you for YouTube. Genuinely, best relationship I ever had. Straight up. All right. So, this is my opinion of why a lot of men do struggle here over 30 when it comes to dating. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think this situation would be and why you have been struggling, if you have been struggling in Vietnam dating. Again, don't forget to hit that poll. I actually have a poll, so let's see. Let's show that poll. All right, so make sure you guys go to the poll. I'm interested to see again. The poll is, what is the biggest challenge with dating in Vietnam after 30? All right, and then number one is finding genuine interest. Two, language and communication. Three, culture differences, and four, trust and um, intentions. All right, so yeah, go and vote for me, please. All right, let's keep it moving, man. Again, like I said, I'm on a time scrunch today, so this is gonna be a little bit shorter than I usually do. Okay, so let's get into. I do see some comments actually, so. What's up, Cal? Okay, hey, what's up, Sunshine Soldiers? Salute to you. What's up, brother? Nice to see you, Cal. If you guys don't know who Calvin is, Calvin Sunshine Shoulders, go check him out, man. This brother right here is good. What's a good language app for Vietnam? To be honest, Cal, I would say. So I just came across one. I haven't used it yet, but I need to use it. It's a local one. I can't recommend it yet just because I don't know much about it. But um, Google Translate is not the best, but it's still good enough. All right, it's still good enough. Even though it makes mistakes, most of these things are going to make mistakes. All right, let me do some research on what that app was. Seriously, someone, an expat made an app here, and I want to see that. So I'll shoot it over to you on the back end. All right, sometime this week. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining the live. Appreciate it, bro. All right, so I'll be honest, guys. Dating versus lifestyle. All right, your lifestyle, your dating life reflects your real life more than most men here like to admit. I'll be honest, man. A lot of guys, I'm out of the dating scene. I've been out of the dating scene 4 years. So a little under 4 years, and so I'm happy for that. But I'll be honest, shit's changed out there. I had to, dude. Post COVID, it's been rough for folks out there, man. But there's a lot of guys cleaning up, and I'll be honest, man. Pre-COVID, it was really good. All right, it was really good. Um, Now, uh, clubs are they're not clubbing anymore, man. To be honest. Tourists, yeah, it's cool, but like for us expats, it doesn't really hit. the same. All right. So your dating life reflects your real life more than most men admit. I'll be honest. Most guys come here and all they do is just go and date. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. I did it for a period of time before I met my lady. I did it. We all do it. Do it. I'm telling you, go and do it because um, it will open your eyes to um, multiple different Vietnamese women. The way. So um, yes, they're Vietnamese women, but then you start to realize the difference between a Sapa girl, you know. And let me just break it down for those who don't know Vietnam. So like a North girl, and then the difference between a North girl and a Central girl, completely different. Same Vietnamese, but completely different, right? And then you go to the South, and the South is completely different from everywhere else, from the North and Central. So you start to want to understand because you start to realize, oh shit, it's not really about what type of Vietnamese girl I want. It's about where she comes from. That here matters a lot, and that's what I don't hear on YouTube. All right, really, it really matters where your girl is comes from. Okay, because just because you meet her here in Ho Chi Minh City, or just because you meet her in Hanoi, she might not be from there. She might be from a little tiny, um, you know, you know, poor county or countryside is what I'm trying to say. Poor countryside city, town, and she could be from nothing, right? She could be uh, from Haiphong, that where all the wealthy northern people go. All right, she could come from money. So two different mindsets. There's a lot. It really matters, man. All right. So again, if you want to date, but don't make it your lifestyle. All right, make it part of your lifestyle. Okay, come here for the culture, come here for other things, but don't just make dating your lifestyle. Okay, that's lame, to be honest. If you're gonna, and this is only for expats. This is not for travelers. Okay, this doesn't pertain to travelers. Okay, so if you're here, thank you for coming. I appreciate it, and thanks for joining me. But this is an expat channel, so this is what I talk about. Is expatting. It's what I'm doing currently right now. All right. So um, routine, stability, and direction change your results. This is probably the biggest point that you're probably going to hear. Okay. I know. I know. It's super Kev. Duh. Right? You'd be surprised, man, how unstable these expats are here. Just sit down, man. Just sit down. Sit down for a minute, enjoy, pick someone for one. All right, that's going to be your biggest issue here, is that you can't just pick one. I get it. Um, that's going to be your biggest Achilles heel, is picking just one. All right. Um, that's why there's a culture of cheating here, and it's not, if you can just pick one, you're gonna be more than fine here, man. You're gonna be having women come after you, be trying to take you from your girl. Trust and believe, bro. All right. Um, yeah. So a routine. Definitely stick to a routine because again, we all know that making that switch from a tourist to a expat, that is instantly gonna shoot you up 50%, 70% of dates and women, okay, of your availability, all right, because now you're staying here, okay, and so obviously, right, but if you want to have a better chance here, routine. Vietnamese are like notorious routiners. Okay, they're notoriously boom, 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 boom. Do the same thing, do the same thing, do the same thing, do the same thing, do the same thing. All right, I know. But when you're just getting here and you're trying to learn, the language, trying to learn the money, trying to learn the money and the conversion, trying to learn how to date, trying to learn how to, like, should I walk up to her, should I not, should I go to the cafe, should I go to the restaurant, what should I do, right? Don't overcomplicate it. Just go outside and go get something to eat and go and get a routine. Go to your favorite coffee shop. Go to your favorite bakery. Go to the bakery girl could be a girl that you might be interested in. You never know. They're everywhere. All right. So make sure you just have a routine, because the more they see you, the more you're going to be successful. Someone's going to be looking at you. Actually, they're all looking at you. Trust and believe. Okay. But out of all of those eyes looking at you, I guarantee you there's probably three that are like, hmm. All right. I guarantee it. Even me. Even me. All right. And then one day they'll get enough courage to say, because this is how it usually happens. If there's multiple, if a girl who's been into you, they have multiple. This is Vietnamese girls here. They have multiple. If they're with their homegirls, right? They're with their friends. They'll have more courage, and then they'll be like, hey, and they'll start talking to you like that. But you could have 8 months worth of, hi, thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Bye. Okay, thank you very much. Bye. Okay, thank you very much. Bye. 8 months, a year, and you know nothing, right? And then all of a sudden, ding, one day, she's on you, all right? And that's because she's seen you every day for the last year. Now she knows you're stable. Now she's ready to let it be known that she likes you, all right? I'm telling you, you guys, this is the old school way, yo. If you have game, you're gonna clean up in here. If you have old school game, you know what I'm saying. I'll say like pre, pre 2010 game, pre 2010 game. If you're 2010 and you were like 18, uh, in like, you know 2010 or higher, then you got game, bro. You know the old school game. Your daddy taught you, your granddaddy taught you, your uncle taught you, right? Now, not so much, right? 2010 was, I guess, that breaking point, all right? But you know what I'm saying. If you have that game, and actually know how to take care of a woman and nurture her and lead her, yeah, you're going to win. Actually, you're going to get locked up, with the girl like that quick, because you're showing her what no man shows her here. No one does that kind of shit here. I do that shit. And then people are like, damn, you really do love your girl, huh? And I'm like, I look out for her, you know? The guys don't do that here. They don't really look out for their girls, you know what I mean? Open the door for them, treat them like a lady type shit is what I'm talking about. Chivalry. hmm Yeah. If you don't know that word, you're too young. All right. So have a routine. All that being said, have a routine. Okay. You'll find her. I promise you. That's probably where you're gonna find your girl. It's gonna be in your routine. So pick wisely. All right. I did, and part of my routine was work, and that's where I met my woman. All right. So if you are going to work here, you have a huge advantage over expats who aren't working here, because you're interacting with them. You're definitely gonna find a girl, like, easier than the guys who don't work here. That's the real plug. Is getting a job here, to be honest. All right, but not everybody wants to work. All right. If your life has no structure, your dating life will be reactive. All right. So, yeah, that goes without saying. Okay. Vietnamese women really want you to have some sort of structure. You don't have to have it all together, but they want you to at least have structure, and then they want to see you like moving forward in that. All right. Asian women in particular, they're not so bad when it comes to um, like the US girls where they're like, they put that expectation on you. Vietnamese women are patient, and it really just depends on the type of Vietnamese woman you get. My woman's patient, um, and I know a ton of Vietnamese women who are patient and will work with you, right? I know a lot of the opposite, ball busters, okay, as well, a lot. So be careful. It really matters. Not all Vietnamese women are created equal. It really matters who, where she comes from, how she was raised, and who raised her. All right, let's keep it a buck. Not all Vietnamese women are created equal. All right. If you can find a nice, sweet one, um, then hold on to her because she's a good one for real. All right. Um, Again, Vietnam amplifies what is already off. Simple as that. All right. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep it rolling. So I will say, let me tell you guys what actually works here. Obviously, I've been telling you guys what actually works here, but I'm gonna be honest, man. If you're over 30, just have chivalry, all right? Just be chivalrous and be a man, and you're gonna win. Because all you need is one, right? You just need one, and okay? You're like, I get it, all right, I get it. But I'm just saying, you just get one, all right? So I will tell you, what actually works here is you being a leader. That's it, man. You don't have to have your shit all together. Just be a leader. That's it, man. Don't be a fucking macho man, you know? You can do that. There's a way to do that and it turn them on, all right? I will say clarity of intent is number one for them. What I mean by that, what do I mean by clarity of intent? For you younger boys, if you don't understand the game, generally when a woman gives you her body, she generally wants you to be her man. That's kind of old school thinking. I get it. But the foundation of it. And that here is why I say dating here, it reminds me of dating back 20, 15, 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Because but for me, I'm 42, so I'm like, all right, I started at 35, 38 here. Uh, no, I was here at 37. I was here at 37. So but at first I had a hard time. So I speak with with understanding that you guys struggle when it comes to these women because it's hard. It seems hard, right? But it's once you crack it, it's not. You know, you just gotta have confidence, and you have to live here, bro. You cannot like. Of course, you're gonna find girls who you can smash, and it's cool, but they get old real fast, and then what happens? That's all I'm saying. If you come into a relationship, or if you're jumping around with other girls, that's cool. You're signaling to the Vietnamese women that you're dating that you're not ready yet. That's cool, right? Remember, we're over 30, right? And so we can have fun for a lot longer than the females can. Okay, so um, yeah, you just keep it moving, right? But when you find that one, you must have your intent. You must be clear. And that's what it means. Be clear about whether you want to be in a serious relationship or whether you just want to continue to play. Because she's gonna be cool with that. It's just you have to let them know, right? It's the more responsible way to act instead of ghosting. I know, but back in the day, we used to, and I'm not talking to you guys over 30, but back in the day, we used to actually respect women and talk to them and say, hey, this isn't working out, and we go our separate ways, right? That way, yeah, it hurt in the beginning, but then you got over it and you didn't hurt her feelings, and you didn't ruin it for the guy that comes after her. You know what I'm saying? Now, uh, it's the complete opposite. No respect whatsoever, and that sucks, you know. And that's what I'm hearing in these streets over here, man, from the younger girls, meaning 30 and under. They're hella complaining. I work with them, so majority of them, a lot of them. But they're complaining about that. And so what's been going on behind the scenes is within the last month, over the last month, multiple of them have come to me and have been asking me like four of them separately, different days, different weeks, randomly was like, Kev, um, can you help me find a boyfriend? And I'm like, all of them, I looked at them like this, like, what? Like, shocked, because that's just not what Vietnamese women do. They don't ask a foreigner, like, hey, and I was shocked. And so, um, fast forward, what I quickly found out was that a couple of them were just, once their friends found out, they got shy and then they retracted that. Okay? That's how quick shit can move here. Okay, when it comes to a relationship. So then I said, all right, well then you guys find your own shit. Okay. But that happens. Okay. So I have clarity. All right. Calm communication matters. I've talked about it most of the time. If you're calm, I just had I just was talking to a Vietnamese girl, a friend of mine, and she was saying she's 23, and so she was saying she was like something about we need in a relationship, the man should the man and the woman should fight. And I was just like we need to argue like this, like we need to argue a little bit, it's fine. And I looked at her like, nah, why would you argue? Like I don't. Me and my girl never argued, not one time in almost 4 years, not one time. And I hear couples all the time, or people who just got out of a relationship, like we fought all the time. We fought here. Don't fight, don't fight, don't fight, don't fight. You're over 30. Don't fight. Here, they respect they respect you being calm. They respect the fact that if you're older, they look at you and they expect more because you understand more. Like if you're younger, they're like, okay, you have a lot to learn. You have to grow up. But for us, we have no excuse. So don't fly off the handle, okay? Especially don't be domestic violent anybody up in here, okay? It won't work here. That'll spiral out of control real fast. Just be consistent with her, all right, as well. All right, consistency is clarity is definitely number one. Okay, definitely number two now is going to be consistency. If you're not consistent, man, I've been hella consistent. All right, because that's who I am by nature. I am very consistent person. Do some of the similar stuff, but I'll change things up. But I like what I eat. I eat what I eat. Um, I wake up when I wake up. You know what I mean? And so that's my routine in my brain. And so that consistency has helped me grow my relationship tenfold, 100-fold. Okay. If I was up and down, like for instance, when her and I were not living together, up in Hanoi before we moved to Ho Chi Minh, uh, I would go and for example, let me think. So we worked together, and then I would like drive her home every day, right? Because her house was a lot closer to where we worked. My house was 30 minutes away, but her from our office. So I would drive her home every day, or I would go drive her every time we would hang out. I would drive her back home. She had a curfew, so every time she was home before the curfew. So her dad would make sure that he wouldn't trip, her mom wouldn't trip, right? So I was consistent. That was for years, okay? Before we moved down here and got, you know, brought two houses to one. But again, that's the kind of consistency that you're gonna need here in order to be successful and move to marriage. Be consistent every day, set up your routines every day. All right. I'm not saying because you want to get to the point, like I'm at the point where if I in any of my routines, things that I like to do, I'm not saying I do it every day, but there are things that I like to do. All right. And if I do something different, my girl will ask me like, "Are you okay? Is everything good?" You know? And so that's the kind of, I know it's boring. I know it's boring, but it's it gets you married. All right. I don't know. I don't even know how to say it, but it keeps you happy. It keeps you peaceful, right? Once you're able to get that, you build that foundation, then you're going to be in a better position to go and have fun later with your girl, right? With your wife. All right. Build consistency. Again, remember, this channel, we're all about consistency in relationships. Okay. That's one of our pillars. Okay. We date here to get married, right? I mean, that's the goal at least, right? So that's what I'm helping my audience with as one of our pillars. All right. Be consistent here, man. That's gonna get you guys married. All right. Building a real life here beats chasing every little thing. Just being honest, man. You know this. We're over 30. We know this. We know this shit. Okay. Have fun. First year, have fun in Vietnam. Why not? Have fun. Then get serious. That's my advice to you. That's my advice to you. Have fun. Dude, there's so many options here, brother. There's so many options. This is why it hurts, it pains my soul when I talk to these guys here. I'm not just talking on the phone or on online. I'm talking about boots on the ground. People here are struggling. Well, first thing, get out of the tourist area here in Ho Chi Minh City or Da Nang and go meet real girls. Is all I'm saying. All right. So yeah, man, I really, really hope that you guys are more successful here. And I hope you guys understand that throughout this live, I'm being dead serious. All of my lives, I'm dead serious. All my videos, dead serious. I don't cap about nothing. I don't have time for that shit. Okay? And it doesn't serve you guys. I'm being dead serious. You guys need to really focus in on a plan here because there are a ton of women that are looking for foreign men and it's only going to get better. Okay, if you're the cream of the crop, there it is. All right, I'm being honest. Okay, so yeah, that's what actually helps. That's what actually helps. All right, it actually helps and works here. Okay, if you take nothing out of this live, this is what you need to work on right here. Okay, once you meet the girl and you see that she is the one, you potentially could be the one. This is what you need to work on. Okay. I guarantee you, if you do this right here, these four things, I promise you, I'll pay you $1,000. All right, clip this shit. I'll pay you $1,000 after 3 years if you do this every single day. All right, I promise you, I will pay you $1,000. And if you don't get married, all right, after 3 years, if this, if you do these 4 things, I got you. All right, clip this shit. All right. If you guys need some help, man, I don't know if a lot of you guys understand that I do have a relocation business, and I help expats just like yourself, who want to be future expats. And if you guys are interested, man, hit me up, man. There's my email right there. I do consultations, $50 for a 30-minute. We go through everything you need to know. If not, I still answer questions, all right, on my Facebook group. Okay, if you guys are looking for a relocation, go hit that relocation link right there. Man, I redesigned it for 2026, so it's pretty legit. I got so much things behind the scenes I'm doing right now. I'm so damn busy. It's ridiculous. All right, so I'm really happy I could be with you guys right now. Um, but yeah, I'm about to be interviewed, so I'm not gonna tell you with who yet, but I'm about to be interviewed literally in like an hour. So hit me up. There's my information. I really appreciate you guys, man. I'm gonna jet out of here. Sorry I'm taking it so quick, but much love to you guys. Again, I got some videos coming out soon. So, holla at you guys. Have a good night and have a good day. Peace.